Hi
Hi
guys,
guys,
welcome back to the channel. My name is Bolugi Steven.
and I'm Genome Steven.
Yes, and we are the Stevens. Welcome to Let's Talk Love. Yes, 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 yes. So this week was our anniversary.
Yep,
Yep.
anniversary.
So we've done 3 years in marriage.
Almost 1,000 days.
Over 1,000 days actually.
Over 1,000 days.
Over 1,000 days,
Yeah,
and we are starting year 4.
that's
Oh,
like that's like a millennium.
wow,
One day is like 1,000 years to the Lord. Wow!
wow,
Congratulations.
that's deep,
Yeah,
that's profound.
yeah.
This is the level of profoundness I've been dealing with for 3 years and 2 days by the time you're watching this video. Yes, so we just started year 4 and we're super excited. I know that we started a money in marriage series and we had a little break beyond our control, and we're definitely going to continue that. However, to celebrate our anniversary, we couldn't drop this on the anniversary day, but to celebrate our anniversary, we just wanted to share major things that we have learned from year 3 particularly, right?
Yeah.
um but before that, we're going to do a public thank you. So I didn't tell him about this part. So we're going to just like share with each other things that we just maybe one, two, three things that we appreciate about each other that we have experienced in the past 3 years, right? So I'm going to go first. Or I'm talking, you go first.
No, since you caught me off guard, you go first.
Okay, so I want to thank you for being consistent in loving me.
Oh.
In loving me, and in addition loving our son.
Oh.
You have been consistent
Hmm.
in loving and serving us. You have shown that leadership is service, and you are not just about the privileges of being the head, but you also take the responsibilities of being the head very serious. And I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for always leading me back to God.
Hmm.
Many times when I'm worried, I'm anxious, I'm scared about things, about how something will play out, or about us, or about our son, and you don't just comfort me with empty words.
Hmm.
You Because empty words don't have power to really comfort, right? But you comfort me with the words of God, and they bring real comfort. And not just do they bring real comfort, but by doing that consistently, you've taught me more and more to go to God with my worries and my concerns. And sometimes, like, I'll come to him with a concern or a fear, and my husband will legit say, so what did you do about, like, oh, so babe, I was afraid of, or these negative thoughts came to my mind, and he would say, so what did you do about it? And by doing that, I learned to do what I'm supposed to do about it. So over time, it's like, oh babe, I had this fear, and this is what I did about it. So you've helped me grow
Wow.
in that area. I feel like there's more I want to share, but I think we can do this more often in more videos. So let's just stop there for now.
Yeah, that was really humbling. Thank you so much for thanking me. Yeah, so for me, in the past 1 to 3 years, you've been consistently been a support. Like I just teased you this evening, not today, that so you can be this well behaved, marriage will always bring out the best of us, and I'm seeing the best part of you that God is bringing out, and it's beautiful. And I want to thank you for allowing God to bring that part of you out. Um, and yes, we are all going to become better and better. And then I say this all the time, for being an exceptional mom, being an exceptional wife, being an exceptional homekeeper. You combine all of these things very well. I know how tasking and tiring and demanding all of these things are, and you've, you've allowed God's grace to help you carry them. And I celebrate you greatly, the woman of God.
Thank you.
My precious, beautiful wife.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Happy
Wondering.
anniversary. Okay. Now that we have done the mushiness with each other, we want to share like 1-2 things each that we have learned, particularly in the third year. We're talking last night. So by the way, we're filming this on our anniversary, right? That's how much you guys mean to us. So we were discussing last night about, we're just talking about like the past year, and we realized that year 3 has been the toughest of the 3 years for us in our marriage. It has been the toughest. We've gone through a lot as a family. Now we've gone through highs. We had our son in year 2, but I mean in year 3 we kind of like experienced him more. It has had a lot of highs, but it also had a number of lows.
Yeah.
You know, there were a number of health challenges. I had a surgery in year 3. We slept in the hospital a few times, actually, quite a number of times. We did one relationship series on Instagram from the hospital, actually. But we've had we've had great like supernatural supply as well. We've had speed in things. But just like reflecting on year 3, what have we learned in year 3?
Oh, okay. So like she has said rightly, year 3 has been full for us. It's been truly full. And for me, one of the things that readily stands out for us as a lesson is that God is an ever-present help in time of need. God has shown up every single time. Every single time He has shown up for us. He has made supernatural provisions. He has healed us. He has stepped in. He has given us words. He has given us direction. He has just been super present. So if there's any lesson that we will carry into year 4 and hold on to and continue to pursue it throughout our marriage, is the fact that we have come to realize or come to truly experience that God is a present help in time of need. You know, that's a scripture in the Bible, you know, but we have come to truly experience it. We have lived in the reality of that truth, because we came to several points where we truly needed help, and we found out that He was there to meet those needs. Was it financially? Was it in our health? Was it just direction? Was it emotionally? You know, in different ways, He was truly present for us. So it's something we are not going to discard. It's something that we are going to hold on to. It's something we believe with our hands, with our hearts. We have felt it. We have experienced it. We have touched it. We have handled it. So nothing, no circumstance will change that truth for us.
For me, one thing that I learned is it's the small things that break a marriage, that can break a marriage, right? I remember my office bestie. Sometimes we're talking, and sometimes we just ask like, how do people get from the point of being really okay to the point of being totally tired in their marriage and they want out. And I've learned that it's little things that you leave unresolved. Like you've heard it, you know it in your head, but I kind of like we kind well I kind of like experienced it. It's one little unresolved thing that can add to another
Wow.
unresolved thing that can add to another unresolved thing, and next thing you're building resentment. Conversely, I've learned that if the more we address and resolve issues one by one, the closer we get, and the less likely. So how do I explain this? You can have two couples, 10 same issues. One, they don't resolve the issues. It keeps piling. They're tired and they want out. The other couple, the exact same 10 issues, but because they keep resolving, it doesn't pile up. So they know that it doesn't look like it. That's it. Thank you. So they know that they have been through 10 issues, but it doesn't feel. So we know that, yes, this year we most likely had quite a number of frictions, right? But it doesn't feel like, oh, we are under the weight of all the friction that we had, because by the grace of God, we were both ready to, one person extending peace and the other person receiving it. It's so important that even if you're not the first person to apologize, if your spouse apologizes to you, you have to receive the apology. It takes two. So it might look like, yes, it's harder on the person who has to apologize, but you that they're apologizing to, you have a responsibility to make it easy for your spouse that is apologizing. So they bring an apology, collect it very fast, resolve it, take that, like, grab the opportunity to resolve it, and make your marriage closer.
That's truly profound. So the more we deal with the issues as they come up, the better we all. In fact, the clearer your eye is to deal with anything else that is coming,
and you're not piling on top.
Yes, because
everything is level. Yes, like
exactly. So you are coming with objectivity rather than an emotional, because of the previous issues that has not been resolved. So whatever is coming next will not also be resolved, because we have one that is pending, another one has come again. That's very profound. Okay, so a second thing I learned, or I've learned in year 3, is that my spouse is the most important person in this journey of marriage. It's not like I've not known before.
Honestly, like things that
but
the test is in the situation.
Exactly. It's like it's like the same things you're going to be facing every year, but they find a new way of coming up to find out if
you really learned the lesson.
Exactly. I came to realize that my wife is the most important person in my relationship. She's the top. She's the most valuable person. She's my
After God.
She's my priority. God is it's not a discussion really. He's there, so we know. So there's no need to be spiritual about it. What has that done for me? It has helped me focus better on my marriage. It has helped me give the necessary attention I need to give. It has helped me think more of how do I better your life? How do I make life easier for you? How do I support you? So I'm ready to say no to a number of things if it's not going to work in favor of my wife. Not even my child first, though, it's my wife first. Then the guy can find a way to enter inside,
We love it.
And it has strengthened our relationship. It has made me believe my wife much more. I don't have to think whether my wife has my back or not. I know she has my back every time, 24 hours, 46 hours, 36 hours, 72 hours, 101 hours a day. She has my back. She has my support. I can readily go to her and tell her stuff. I don't have any. She will not believe. She will. Do you understand? I rather come and face the not believe and convince her than thinking it before then. Why? Because I feel she's important to me. I know you are important to me. You are my priority. It's one thing that I've learned so much. Let me share these incidents that happened recently. Um, so I was in the office and my wife was supposed to come pick me. In fact, she comes to pick me every day at work.
Most days.
Most days, anyways. Okay, so I think I was in a meeting and then she tried reaching me and I think I didn't pick or something. I can't remember. Okay, no, I didn't. I think I had stopped the call and I didn't call back. You know, then I think the help also was not flashing me as well, and I didn't respond because I was in a meeting. And my wife reminded me that Shebi is your family that you are not responding to. That was another reminder for me that because sometimes for we can be swamped with work and forget that our spouses are important, more important than our work. Because if the work is withdrawn, it's spouse that you still have. If anything is withdrawn, it's spouse that you still have. Your spouse will remain there for you. So that reminded me again that you need to, because she reminded me that you shouldn't treat your family that way. You shouldn't treat your spouse that way. What if there's an issue that needs your attention?
Just for some context, it's not like a random check on you call in a situation where your spouse is maybe calling more than normal, and then then I use the helps phone to call as well. That kind of situation, something that is
out of the normal.
the normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's just an example there, but for in year three, that's one of the things that I came to realize more, that she's the most important person and I must always give her that priority
Mm.
in my life. Nothing, not even work comes ahead of her. Not anything, not anyone, because the two of us are actually one. So why are you? She's not a different person from me. She's me, I am her. So it's just like saying I'm not going to give priority to my eyes because it's not my hands, it's not my leg, or it's not my liver. No, it's one system. So that's something that for me I'm taking in and even reinforcing in the coming year. Um, the priority, the focus, because we must blossom.
We must blossom.
Yeah.
I think the last one I would say is things are things are better for us when we work in agreement. So as a couple, the Bible says two is better than one because they have a greater reward for their labor. It says when one falls, the other one can pick the fallen one up. So for me, there were quite a number of projects that we had to work on and believe God for in year three. Projects that we didn't think we were going to have to do. The opportunities came up and all of that. So for me, I learned that there is ease in agreement, knowing that you are not alone. Because I mean, if you want to be alone, you might as well not get married.
Absolutely.
So once you have gotten married, you are supposed to reap the benefits of being two, and that benefit can only be reaped if you are in agreement.
Yeah.
So I saw ease in agreement when we had to take a decision, and maybe before we discuss it, I'm pondering over it. I'm thinking, okay, what's the best way? Is this the best thing to do? What are the consequences? What is this? What is that? There is a way that all of that fades away when my husband and I say, this is what we're going to do. So many times I ask him, what should we do? What should we do? It's not because I don't have an idea of what we should do, but here, there, once we're in agreement, there's a calm, there's a quiet, there's a peace that comes with knowing that this decision we have taken, we are together in it. We are in agreement in it. So I learned afresh that you see, God that put us together in marriage, he's not wicked. He's not wicked. There is a benefit, there is a privilege, there is a benefit that comes with marriage, and you are going to be wasting your time and life and doing yourself a great disservice if you decide to marry and you don't reap the privileges of marriage because of pettiness or whatever trivial issues. There is an ease that comes with agreement.
Yeah.
It's very important that you agree so that you can truly work together and take the territories or take the assignments or do the work for which God brought you together, whether it be parenting or a business or a ministry, whatever it is, ease comes when we're together.
Yeah, let me just put one. I don't know whether it's a lesson, but I think it's something I enjoyed a lot. It's still similar to together. We went to church together. I think pretty everywhere we're going, we're going to went together. Church,
Work, yeah, so we drive to work
um,
together. And that's something we didn't used to do before year
yeah,
three.
yeah,
Yeah, so before, like, year one, we were both working actively. Year two, I wasn't working for a period. And year one, we used to go to work in our different cars because we're going different ways, and we had
really.
different resumption times.
Yeah,
So we used to go to work differently, come back, everybody jam, come back. But year three, most times we are driving together.
so somehow the cosmos worked together for us.
True,
Closing
mind
time
out.
together,
Yeah, true.
resumption almost together,
Resumption,
all
yeah.
of that,
Direction wise,
even
like
direction, yeah.
our office, our home, everything is within a 15 minutes. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so I think it's one of the things
The cosmos, the Lord, all these universe people. Sorry.
it's something that I think
Yeah.
was interesting for us. So
Yeah,
we had more
true.
time together to either quarrel together in the car, settle in the
We
car,
didn't quarrel a
pray
lot
together in
in
the car,
We prayed a lot
gist
in the car. Gisted a lot in the
and
car.
and all of that,
Tell Ethan to keep quiet in the car.
Yeah, and ignore him as well.
And then he's screaming in the car, which brings me to my final point. Guys, children are an absolute blessing. But, no, not but, yet, still,
and
you have to hold, your marriage has to be priority. So we're not saying harm your children, but always remember that your children need your marriage to thrive, for them to thrive. Because I think we've talked about this in the parenting talk that we did, so I won't belabor it. But I think it really happened in year three that just you feel like, oh, you're not doing enough of this, or do it this way, and it can cause friction between both of you. So just like always remember that your marriage is priority. I think this is a good place to stop. Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. I think as time goes on, we'll keep sharing.
The Lord permits. And
if we permit, yes. Yeah. To the extent that we can share some things, some lessons that we may not have shared. So we're going to continue in the next video with our money in marriage series. So we'll go back to that. We talked about, if you've not seen that video, we talked about money personalities. That's what we talked about in the previous video on money in marriage. So now we're going to be talking, or the next video will go a little bit more into blending the money personalities and how it can work for you in your marriage. So that's our next video. Make sure you watch out for it. Click on the bell button so that notifications come your way once a new video is out. Please share this video with somebody.
With some people, right?
With people, yes. Share this
video. You're all
video.
on WhatsApp. Can you just share it?
Put it on your status. Honestly, put it on your status.
Somebody will need it.
3 people will click it at least. Yeah, just put it on your status. Share it with people. Let it be a blessing, and the more you share it, the more other people will find out about the video. So if this video blessed you, if you learned something from it, please share it. Please like the video. The more you like the video, the more people also discover it. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Thank you for hanging with us. Thank you for wishing us happy anniversary. We felt the love. Thank you for your kind words and encouragement. We're really humbled by a lot of things that a lot of you said, and God helping us, we will continue to live our lives and our marriage in the way that will honor God first and honor each other, and then be a blessing to you. So say a prayer for us, say a genuine prayer for us, and yeah, thank you guys. See you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.